Yeah, so great. Thank you for joining us at Nirmala TV. Two very active Yuvas from the Netherlands, Sander and Neelam. Maybe you can introduce yourself a little and then tell us all about your amazing project.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Sander from Belgium, but living in the ashram in Amsterdam. And my name is Neelam. I'm Dutch. I'm also living in the ashram here in Monnikendam, and I'm a finishing student, almost done with my studies. And yeah, just enjoying life here with all the brothers and sisters in the ashram. Yeah. So what we want to present today is a project we've been working on for quite a while. It's basically, it just came naturally out of our own courses. So a few years ago, I think about 4 years ago, we decided to start having courses in Amsterdam in English, led by a team, and that's very important, of Yuvas, but also of uncles and aunties. And I think that's really the strength of the team, is that it's not just youngsters and it's not just uncles and aunties, but it's really that combination of dynamism as well as structure, let's say.
Yeah, and also you're doing it in a different way. Huh? What else is different in this way of leading
Well,
meditations?
I guess, well, we try to have a real structure and not just have a course where people can walk in freely and go freely. I mean, they always can, of course, but we have something that has a structure. So we encourage, well, we ask people to actually sign up for it. Of course, it's completely free. All they have to do is basically send us an email. But
Hmm.
by having that, we have their contact, so we can actually get back to them. We can give them all the material that we have, and we are in touch with them from that moment onwards. And then also, it's not just one single course, and then after that, it's like they're not really ready to enter a collective, but they're also, it's also not ideal for them to just redo the course, the same material over and over. So
No.
we decided to have a second course, which we call the intermediate, and then after that, even an advanced course.
Wow, wow. Yes. So you put a lot of time and attention in it. And I also know, as I'm also living in the Netherlands and a little bit in touch with what is going on with the courses, is that you publish it on Facebook, and then so many people want to join in that before Corona, you even had to have 2 evenings of beginners because otherwise not everyone would fit in the center, right?
Yeah, our hall became too small thanks to, especially Facebook campaigning. Yeah, just having paid advertisements has
Mm.
worked really well for us in attracting them, to the point where we couldn't fit them in our center, so we had to split it up. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So I know you really put in a lot of dedication. So that is really great. So and now you're even taking it a step further because I heard that you gave a presentation at our World Council for that was happening at the time of Shivaratri Puja last weekend. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it was a country coordinators meeting. It was just to present this project that several very dedicated yogis have been doing for quite a while, in honor of Sri Mataji's 100th birthday on the 5th
Mm-hmm.
of March. And one of, like, a part of this project is kind of presenting to the world collective various ways of how to get in touch with seekers and how to support their journey into Sahaja Yoga. Of course, we are all instruments, but we can, really do our best to kind of adjust our ways and methods of presenting and of talking about Sahaja Yoga in a way that is most suitable for them. So somehow we got in touch with some yogis that are working on this project, and they asked us to share our content, so all the material that we have been using for the courses, to share that on this website, on this platform. So
Wow.
we can briefly show.
Yes, please, Neelam, show it to us.
Um, So let me just share the screen.
Yeah, great.
This is kind of how it would look like. This is a page, and it will have several pages. And this is also a link that will be shared with the whole global Sangha after the 21st. Here you can see that there's a whole range of pages for the beginners as well as the intermediate and advanced. It's a lot of material that we have accumulated.
Fantastic. Wow. Yes.
And of course, it's not perfect. It's all work in progress. And we're also really not saying this is the only way to spread Sahaj, but it just really works well for the seekers that we have encountered here. And our collective has grown quite a lot over the past years. So just to show you, like, for example, this is of the beginners, it's the first week. So this is every page starts with a few sentences on the session. And the page is then structured by prepare, present, follow up. And for every aspect, you can see what we recommend you to prepare for the session. For example, there is a PDF on how to prepare an evening. So if you click on it, it will redirect you to a very extensive explanation of how to prepare an evening, especially online, with maybe some tips on how to use Zoom, for example. So back on the main page, you can see, for example, we have recorded all the presentations of us giving the presentations and using the material. So if you want kind of like to get inspired of how we use the material, you can just click on the link of the pre-recorded video and then it should open. It does open. For example, this is Sander, and here he is explaining about this week's topic being the subtle system.
Fantastic.
There's
Wow.
also a link to Shamaji's speech that we use. It's an excerpt, and also a link to the full talk. Background information. For every session, there's a different type of information. So there's a whole bunch of things, and also what we recommend to follow up on. We even have like an example to send an email after the session, which we found out really works well to kind of follow up on the seekers after the session, to kind of briefly explain what we talked about and send all the relevant materials in a presentation so they can look back in their own time. This is kind of the thing.
Very impressive. Very impressive. I also noticed, and of course I know that when you start, you don't just start as in the old-fashioned way. We just start with Muladhara chakra and then work according to the subtle system. But you follow up on the topics in a different way. Can you explain us how you do that?
Yeah, so we decided to do it a little bit differently, and we decided to do it more in order. And this is, of course, really dependent on where we are, what the kind of culture is. But for here, we felt it was important to already introduce things like the ego and the super ego, so they really start to have an understanding of that. Of innocence and things like that, to kind of build it up in a way that that is easier for them to take in. And so not just order of the chakras, but really in order of urgency, let's say, what they should.
Perfect.
So that's just for us. So that's actually something that might be different in different collectives in different countries. But
Okay, so that you feel that is the best way how it would work in the West, and that is also the experience, of course, that we have here in the Netherlands. So you presented this for the country coordinators, and now what will happen now? What will happen next?
Well, I don't know. Well, I think we'll be having a workshop next, actually coming Sunday.
Yes, it is Sunday the 14th. So when we broadcast this, it's Friday the 12th. So that means that the Sunday after, this coming Sunday, there will be a workshop and everybody can attend, right? And you will be explaining, or how will that go?
Exactly. We will just be presenting the project as the WordPress, and just show to the yogis where they can find what, if they're interested in using the material, because it might be a little bit overwhelming just to see the website like that.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of elaborate more on the website, and hopefully people can get inspired by it, and we can all work for spreading Srimataji's vision. Yeah, and some other like practical kind of I don't know things we found along the way that work best. So
Yeah.
share the experience we've got.
Best practices. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sander and Neelam, for explaining this to us and for all the work that you are doing and the other yuvas, and of course the yogis in the Netherlands are doing for this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Mataji. You are watching Nirmala